Okay, it's been a long time since we've touched the budget buggy, but I saw something on another video, Crawler Canyon. He was testing out this quick run speed control, and the last few times that I worked on this thing, I could not make the outrunners that I had bought for it work at all. No matter what, it was completely jerky and took off like crazy and did not work for me. What I'd like to see, if I plug this dude in, hopefully this thing still has batteries. Seems to. We turn you on. Okay. Seems like your rear's off a little bit. Rear steer's cool. Got it set up to run pretty good. But I have the most stock setup in here at all. That's an axial motor and one of the normal Hobbywing speed controls. I run that in a lot of the cars and it runs pretty well. So it's not really clicky. But I can get it to slow down and crawl pretty good. Not great, but pretty slow. Now what I've seen in other people's videos is that they can put an outrunner on and these things will just like barely rotate like they're supposed to and have all the torque in the world while they're doing that. So I'm going to just kind of reach inside of here and unhook the speed control that's in there. And plug in this WP10BL80 crawler speed control. I had thoughts of putting it into the Tonka truck, but the Tonka truck has got a Fusion in it, and it's a pretty clean setup for it. Okay, so it comes with a fan, but it's not on. Let's see if we figure out which one is speed control. It's not, it's going to be this right here, which goes in the middle. Okay, so let's turn this guy off. Unplug this. Unplug that speed control. That. We'll plug in this speed control. Another feature that it has way over here is you can turn on and off drag brake if you want to program it that way. I'm not sure that I would need that in a complete crawler like this, but let's see. So we'll plug it in where that was. Okay, so that'll disconnect the motors, but it will turn on this guy. I had bought two different ones trying to make this work. I bought this NI Mod crawler, 1850 kV outrunner. See the outside moves? And then when I didn't get that to work, I actually bought a Revolver V3 snub nose 1800. And I said, well, one of these has got to work, right? You would hope. These don't fit. Cool. None of them fit. Dang it. And these don't fit. Nope. Okay. I don't want to cut the plugs off of any of these motors, so I'm not sure where I'm at right here. I thought that maybe I had made an adapter or something. I don't want to cut this up to do this test. I really don't. So what can we do? Probably nothing except for cut it up. Well, crap. What I need is some bullets that go to bullets. Didn't I cut up some of these? So that's the little guy or the big guy? That's the big guy. And that's the little guy. Okay. What shall we do? Let's look in the wiring garbage drawer and see what we got. That's a little. That's a little. No, that's a big. Seems like I've had to play this before. What's that? Is that the little? Nope, that's a big. Which is the same as that, so that doesn't help. Wire. Okay, these are connected. It's a big, which doesn't help. But that side of it does. That's a big. It's a little. That's a combo. Sticker. I need this adapter set up anyway for troubleshooting. So let's see what we can make here. Did I come up with enough with that? Okay. What did we end up with? Yeah. I've got the big side, which is here. And there's one. Two. Three. And we take this white one off, make it red for no reason. Okay. Are any of these small? That one's small. That one's big. That one's small. Same, big. Okay, so why don't I have any? Where did I use those? I know that I had some because I cut some off of this. Swear that I had little bullets here somewhere. 4mm bullets. Where, oh where would those be? You would have thought that they would have been in the electric stuff. Let's check again. Little packages. Integer 3.5. That's an empty. That's a Dean's. You know these don't fit. They kind of do, but that would not be what we're looking for. Let's see. Alright, these. Big connector. What's that? Nothing. Nothing. Holmes Hobbies. I got two littles, right? It's another little female. One small 4mm male. Deans and Deans. And Deans. And that is not electrical stuff. Wow, what a mess. Yeah, I think this is going to put the brakes on this project. I got one more place to go look. We'll go check the other workbench. And if they're there, great. If not, then we have to pause because these work, right? Let's see. That's a big. Never mind. These are the big ones. So I don't have any. Yeah, the 4s are pretty small. Is that the same as these? No. Yeah, all 4s. Interesting. Let me go check the other bench. And if not, we're ordering parts. Way older than any of that would have ever been. Okay. This is unplugged. That's off. Okay. I'm gonna order some 4mm bullets. We will solder them right into these, and that'll give me a little adapter that we can play with. And if we like it, then when we get this thing all put together, yeah. I mean, I can coil some wire and just kind of hide it in this thing and run the adapters. Okay, I was hoping to make a noise with it, but yeah, I've got these ones that come on this battery adapter, but then I wouldn't have any way to charge anything if I cut them up, because I only have 2 of these little guys. Yeah. If I had more of these, I would cut them up, but I would rather keep that together and grab some freshies. I could cut them off that speed control. Where's that? Where is... I think I had a speed control that I knew wasn't good anymore. What is this, an adapter? Are these the adapters that I made? That's little. Well, these are adapters right here. I thought I had made some in the past. Okay, so now what do we got? I've got this into a big. Dude, I already got them. How does that look? It That looks horrible. Awesome. Okay. So now we can get back to the whole testing thing. I looked at that guy too. Okay. So now let's put the cheap one on like this. Okay. We'll turn this on. Steering. Steering. Do we get a super low? Oh my God, we do. Look at that. Woo, handbrakes. Oh my. Can you see how slow that is? Okay, let's take this one off and put on the much more expensive one from Holmes. And see how it acts. Middle. Okay. Then we'll turn it on again. This. What do you think? Slow? That's incredible. Why I couldn't get my other speed control to do that, I will never know. That's what I wanted. Okay. So that tells me that it works. So now I have to figure out how to remember how to take this whole dude apart in order to get the electronics out. So let's see. I think we take this off. Does it have nuts on it? No. Okay, so I think we take off the hood. It'll help me get to the wires. Okay, there's the hood. It does let me see the speed control. It's sitting right there. Okay. Let's unhook this dude for now. What does it take to get that transmission out so I can get to that? It takes a lot, I'll bet. So let's see. I think I can just go this way and take the skid up and out. Would be nice. That looks loose. It's probably not, but looks like it is. Nope. Yeah, I remember when I built this guy, I had to flip the back links, put them on the front in order to get the servos to clear this little mini chassis. Never got it out on the rocks. I was still just trying to figure the whole thing out. And then I missed the event that we were building it for. Okay, so that's the inside ones. Whoa, stop. And the outside ones should be the same thing. Oh, of course, I got wires all over these ones. I'll probably leave those laying there. Okay, there's that one. Still have to pull the screws all the way out because that holds the skid in. It is pretty floppy when you take off all the links, which is probably what you would expect. There went that one. Way floppy. Boy, it's going to be fun to put back together, I'll bet. Okay, we'll get this one. Little stubby guys in here just holding the skid on. Oh yeah, and that's where that other speed control one is in here. That breaks out the motor. Okay. These are soldered on. Cool, cool. I think we should unsolder those. Okay, and we got 3 screws that hold the gear cover. 1. 2. And 3. We've got, that does not use that. Is it a 1.5? It is. Then we got 2 motor screws. Okay, there's that. Got no cap on there. We probably don't care. I'm not going to run the Holmes. We're going to run the cheap guy, because this is a budget build, right? So we'll figure out which 2 screws line up. Should be those. Looks pretty good. Yeah, let's do those. I don't know if I can go that way. That hits on the side of here really hard. Could try to bend them back, but I don't think that's really a good idea. That shrink go all the way to the inside. I might be able to maybe back off this shrink a little bit. Well, is what it is now. Does that matter? Maybe. So let me get in there. Whoa. It's weird having the outside of the motor rotate like that. Okay, how's that? Let's put that pinion back on and set the mesh and see if it likes any of this. Tight. Needs more. Let's see if we can scoot it in there a little bit tighter. There's that. Okay, that's too tight. Is it? No. What are we grabbing? Oh, it's this. Well, it fits. See, now outrunner means that as the engine rotates, the outside of it moves. Okay? So we got to make sure that no wires or anything like that goes down there by that, because it will just rub them off. Okay? Put this gear cover back on. $113. I think that I have to go. And we will be back at this job tomorrow. Okay, let's unsolder that motor while the soldering iron's hot. It's actually coming up on Christmas, and I gotta do a Costco run. Let's get a couple little things. Okay, 35 turn axial is removed. And now we can get these wires pulled back that way. Which side is this going to go on now? So I had gear cover was forward, right? Yeah, long. Yeah, has to go that way. So let's just make sure all the wires head to that direction. Towards that side. I like to make sure my drive shafts stay in sync. Try to make them as smooth as they can be. These are just the cheap Amazon stuff, but still clocking them cannot hurt. That is the way it went, right? How come everything's mad now? Why is everything mad? What's going on? Oh, because that goes up that way. We got to get all these wires over the side, out of the way. That. Transmission goes way up like that. There we go. Because it wants to do that. Let's put in these two screws just so that I remember where it goes. One, two, three, four screws. How about that? Yeah, so that motor's down low right here. That's cool. Okay. Kind of hard to see in this, but that little motor is just going to be hiding right down there. Keep those wires pulled up tight, and that should keep everything safe. The inside ones, these are the outside, these are the inside. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be groovy. I think we'll come back tomorrow. We'll put all the links back on it, get the bottom set back together. We'll flip it over. We should be able to pull the speed control out, set the other one in, and that should be it. All right, we'll try that tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day. Let's see if we can get this guy put back together. These are the lower link, upper link. They have to go like that. Don't. No. Okay, go. Okay, there's that one. And we've got that one. Okay. Let's see. Let's put this thing together. So I still have enough to fix this if I have the guy up, or do I have to do it now? So once the splines lined up, right there. Let's just get this side together. There. There's one. Okay. And then this one. Nice. Okay, let's spin her around and get this side. So we've got the upper there. We'll see how we edit this. We might fast forward through this. Or maybe we won't. Okay. This one here should set everything back where it's supposed to be. In you go. Okay, there's that one. Okay. Let's go ahead and move that zip tie a little bit. That's that. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Here's the rear, and then we got the front. So we have the upper has to go on first. My little upper guy. can probably start this. Okay. In you go. Okay, right there. Well, in here at least. Okay. There's that. There's that one. And the last link is going to go right here. I'll pull everything together. Okay, there's that. Now it looks the same except for it's got an outrunner in it. We're going to pull this wire in more. How'd that get disconnected? Okay, this one we knew is number channel 3 there. Okay, now it should be able to go right down in here and pop this speed control out. Why is it acting so funky? What's around this wire? There it is. Okay, that. The switch has to come out. There's that. That's short. Okay, we're not running this speed control. Running that one. Okay, let's get this speed control popped. Okay. Okay, out with the 1080. We know we'll come up with more uses for that. I would like to get these wires that are on that side over on the other side. Like that. I just kind of want to pull them up a bit. Let's go ahead and go forward. I've never worked on a car with an enclosed cage like this. It makes it very different. I think I'd like to put a zip tie through, maybe right on that corner, or would that walk out? No, it should be all right. I just want to hold those wires up. Yeah, like that. Okay, that has the wires up completely away from that spinning motor, which is what we need. Turn that zip tie while we can get there. Okay. Eventually, we should be able to pop these directly into this, but for right now, I have to run these adapters. And I think they're going to make it so I can't run the hood yet. So let's put a little piece of servo tape on here. Or two. Okay. Maybe because it's going to be in the way. If I go this way, then I can put the hood on. Get out of the way. Yeah, let's do this. That. Two to 4S. Yeah, I don't think we need 4S. That is not sticky anymore. I like it, it didn't stick at all. Am I on a screw? Yeah, I am. You gotta go over and down. Now we're stuck. Okay. Let's see, this. Rear. Yep. Wheel drive. Backward. Let's switch this one and this one. Okay, still? Yep. How about now? That's the whole deal right there. That is pretty slow speed. Interesting. So we got to tuck some wires up here. Let's see. If we take these. What's warm? Everything. Speak and roll. It's warm. So you turn this guy off. We're going to be changing out these wires, making them, I'm getting some right angle ones. So we can just set those on down there. That'll get rid of all this. So I'm not going to worry about those for now. This guy has to go under. And then this has to go all the way back to the back of the truck. That's where the battery lives. You need to face forward. Let's see. This, where is that guy? Yeah. So it says, yellow signal cable. Yellow signal cable, auxiliary cable used to connect to the auxiliary channel. You can use it to adjust drag brake force. Do I have? Okay, that's fine. Cutoff voltage, set, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So if I put this thing on channel 4, like that. Okay, this is on. Where'd your switch go? Right here. Okay, that's that. So right now, lots of drag race. Where is channel 4 auxiliary? This would be this. All the way up. How about this way? So if we go, I don't know how to run this guy. Enter. No. Is it this? Is it this? Nope. Do hold and press. Do we press both for a long time? There we go. Okay. Then we go down, EPA, ABS, accelerate, subtrim, reverse, AGL, mixes, auxiliary channel. Okay. SWA, I don't know. SWD, what does that do? Oh, that's a trim. Okay. That's trim for this. Okay. So where is there a fourth channel? Where is it? That's got to be this? Or is that this? What did that do? I don't know how to set this guy up. Which is fine. Okay, so now we turn this off, unplug this. Dang it. Gotta take out this and this. Put them under here like they're supposed to. Then we can put this one here. And this one here. So it says this is a 4-channel, but these 3 are trims. I guess it has to be through the button, because this is auxiliary. This guy is, uh-oh. All the way through here. And then down and around. And this one can tuck over here. And this guy can go. Right like that. Okay, there's that. Then we can carefully set the hood back on. Make all the wires look better because otherwise you can't see them. Okay. Seems better. Yeah, when we get the right angle guys on here, that'll get rid of those wires. This one we'll be able to tuck down here. Yeah, once we tuck these, 1, 2, 3, that'll look way, way, way better. Okay. Yeah, it's a weird little buggy guy. Hopefully you could see a lot of that. We'll edit it and see what it looks like. Thanks for watching. Next time it's dry out, maybe we'll see if we can get this thing out and crawl on something real. not just crap on the workbench. All right.